Oxnard police caught playing security for ICE agents. Were they caught playing the part of security guards for ICE agents? That's the question. Watch this and decide for yourself.
I don't know anything about ICE, but
those guys, you know it's those guys right there, because they just pointed at you. They just saw you and pointed at me.
Yeah, we got a call of somebody being followed, and they were scared for their safety.
The ICE agents in there with guns and masked up? They're the ones that are scared for their safety?
Who was in there, but somebody did call us that they were scared for their safety. They were being followed.
So the 4 ICE agents that were masked up right now at the entrance of the police department that looked at you and pointed at me.
A hand.
Yo, he was on that.
I saw a hand. I'm sorry, do you have your license registration? That's why I'm stopping you.
Why are you guys playing security guards for ICE?
I'm not playing security for anybody.
You're 100% playing security guards for ICE.
We got a call of somebody who was scared of their safety. They're being followed.
The 4 ICE agents with bulletproof vests and with guns?
I didn't see any of that, sir.
Well, we can't blame the lying part on the ICE agents. This cop is right on cue, doing what they do too often. Trump administration reportedly handed over Medicaid recipients' personal data, including addresses, to ICE. Immigration Customs Enforcement officials will be given access to the personal data of nearly 79 million Medicaid enrollees, including home addresses, ethnicities, to track down immigrants who may not be living legally in the United States, according to an agreement obtained by the Associated Press. Now, we should tell you the information will give ICE officials the ability to find the location of aliens across the country, says the agreement signed Monday between the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services and the Department of Homeland Security. The agreement has not been announced publicly because people would boo you and talk nasty about you. Of course you didn't. And besides, we don't need to know. We're just the taxpayers, the voters, whatever. Lawmakers and some CMS officials have challenged the legality of deportation officials' access to some states' Medicaid enrollee data. It's a move first reported by the AP last month. The Health and Human Services officials said was aimed at rooting out people enrolled in the program improperly. Come on. Latest data sharing agreement makes clear what ICE officials intend to do with the health data. ICE will use the CMS data to allow ICE to receive identity and location information on aliens identified by ICE, the agreement says. So the thing is, again, let's remember what you were told during the campaign. We're not Medicaid lists. These are the worst. They're the criminals. They're bringing drugs. They do sexual assault, murder. They're violent. They're the worst of the worst, the lowest of the low. Why are you going into schools? And why are you putting masks over your face and disappearing people with weed whackers? It's a question. I don't think, and I think polls back it up, Elliot, that most Americans want just open borders. They want to process. They want to make sure our tax dollars are going to good use, which they're not, and that has nothing to do with immigration. They're not. So, but you want to hold feet to the fire on this one. Most Americans aren't looking for that, but they're not looking for this either. They're not looking for this thuggery, this cowardice behavior. What say you?
Yeah, the word that comes to mind is pathetic. But also, I mean, I feel a bit embarrassed because I remember during the campaign in 2024, I try not to be an alarmist. And a lot of my friends would kind of paint this really dystopian picture of what would happen in the event that Donald Trump won a second term. And they were right, and I was wrong. It turns out that this is so much worse, I think, than what I imagined. I was assuming that was all just a bunch of bluster, and I think I was wrong, because this just seems to be more and more apocalyptic as we move forward, and it's getting to a point where it is a little bit cartoonish. I will say, though, that it turns out that calling a police officer a security guard seems like a pretty good way to really, get a dig in, because that guy did not seem to enjoy that comment.
Yeah, he's a security guard. Okay, but I wouldn't even give him pepper spray though. He's come on.
No,
you're a clown, dude. This is clownery. You're a clown.
Yeah. You can take photos. That's it.
That's right. Just to do that. Can I see your body cam footage?